What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with an all-new episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. This is the season finale. Thank God. Let's get into it. So, it's the final day before the vow renewal for Karen and Ray, going on the final touches. Raven will not be able to come because apparently she has a kidney stone, so she's going through stomach pains and won't be able to make it. And Karen shades Robin and Giselle, basically saying she'll be an example for them because she is the only woman in the group that have lasted more than 25 years in a marriage. So she's like, hey, I have an example for you. I was like, ooh, the shade already. You ain't lying, Karen. Ashley and Robin are going on a double date with Michael and Juan. Just like that. Michael and Juan, Robin and Ashley. So, because Ashley wants to keep up with date nights based on what happened last time, but I feel like it's not going to work because the only person that he'll be able to want us to be seen out in public with you is Juan. That's a person he'll definitely get dressed, definitely, put on a, pretty face and a smile for Juan, And by the time Robin and Juan come in, Robin and Juan instantly have their own personal conversations, not even realizing that their significant others are right there next to them because y'all need to be there. Can't say that y'all wingmen. I don't know. Y'all appearances, I guess. Like, I don't understand how even in the midst of Ashley, you trying to entice your husband or you're trying to keep up with the routine of you guys still being this romantic couple whenever Juan is in the presence, he literally looks at you like, why are you here? You're just something that has to be here. Something is telling me that maybe, I know Ashley is getting tired of defending Michael's behavior because she knows Michael's behavior. And I guess, I don't know where, to me, she can have a fear with losing everything, but I feel like I don't think you need to have a fear. You got 2 kids by him. Easily milk his ass for child support. Easily get alimony and, easily. But, so it was asking Michael, why hasn't he come around? He said, well, I like hanging out with you guys. I miss you guys. And there's 2 people in the group that I really don't mesh with, which was Candice and Chris. Like, I don't know why people, not people, but I don't like people talking about my wife and da-da-da. And then he talks about Chris. Chris doesn't do anything. Robin brings up the fact that, Chris is Candice's manager. So how does she pay him? Well, Robin said with love. Oh, so is she still on her mother's payroll? The fact that Michael is repeating the same things that a lot of people have said when they found out that Candice was still receiving support from her mother, and now the same exact type of flack she's receiving from now Chris being her husbander, it's not surprising. But I also feel like, Michael, I don't know why you keep putting down Chris off of his success or off of his, background or what he has done, what he will do. It's not very cool for you to say. But I also wanted to clock Robin because Robin's in her confessional, how he can say all these things about Chris. He doesn't see it for the bastard. It comes off as elitism. But all y'all have behaviors of elitism on this show. All y'all did. Y'all basically wanted to clock Mia on her showing classism and elitism because she's talking about how much money she makes. But yet before she even does that, she told you about her life. Y'all want to tear her down and say, how the hell could a stripper get here? Oh, by laying on her back. Like, y'all tear her down too. Either way, even though Mia was the one that invited all that information, and she does need to tone down on her having money. But Robin, when it came down to you possibly hearing that their bills are not being paid, you heard that from Mama Dorothy at the video shoot. How she probably said an in-between innuendo of, that's a big house, they just bought it, can they pay it? You said in your confessional, is Miss Dorothy trying to tell me that they're not paying bills? So I'm not going to put this on Michael when you guys have all said it. All of y'all had something to say about Candace getting support from her mother. And then y'all all had something to say about how does Chris get paid. So all y'all are at fault. All of y'all are at wrong for digging into someone else's private, someone else's financial standpoint. And when we read you down, you have an issue. That's all I wanted to say with that, because I didn't like how it was all placed on Michael. Even though Michael has an elitist attitude, he does. And he needs to stop being like Peter and in women's business and stay in his lane. Moving on. So, Michael wanted to let Juan know he's been going to the gym. He's working out with this world-class trainer. He's working 5 days a week, making sure he's getting his body right, nice and tight for you. So then it, moved the subject around to actually asking Robin, okay, so when will there be another baby Dixon? Are you guys going to talk about it, having it before the wedding, after the wedding? What is the plan? They don't have no plan because there is no baby. There's no baby, there's no wedding. They're not getting married. The fact that y'all went all about this for the engagement and nothing came about. You guys are over budget with the house. You're just now moving ahead with getting a warehouse space for your hats. And now you guys are still in the beginning stages of talking about having another child versus then not talking about getting married. Help me understand that. So it's still some tension and some past trauma that Juan does not want to address, because even though Robin is on the fence of having kids, she's open, but she doesn't want to be completely on board without realizing or without understanding from Juan, will he be hands-on? Will he be of help? Because he was not of help and was not around when Carter and Corey, that her name, Carter and Corey, the two boys, were born when they were really small, and they showed the picture. Her boys are 18 months apart, just like Dean and Dylan are. So when they were small, he wasn't there. She said Ashley asked, was because you were playing and everything. I think it was said like that, but also it's more than that. He was also cheating at the same time of her getting pregnant, being pregnant, and being with those kids by themselves. So Robin went through a lot with those two boys by herself, and Juan was never around. She doesn't want that to be the same thing. Obviously, Juan is getting some type of irritation because he doesn't want to talk about that. But I feel like, oh well, Juan, hell, this is the most convenient time we've seen you in an episode. So I feel like you need to go ahead and work through this, because it doesn't make any sense as to how you want to have a kid. But in order for us to understand why you want to have a kid, we need to get some things understood first. So, obviously, Michael wanted to point out that he has kids in his age, which is early 60s. And people will look at him, maybe it's weird, but hey, lots of people having kids later in life, which is true. There are a lot of men, a lot of women in this world are having their first kid reaching the age of 50 and 60. That is correct. But you don't want to wait all that time to have a kid. You don't. Robin asked, has anybody said or have asked, are you the kid's grandfather? I damn near died when I still heard that. Oh, that was funny, Robin. I'm pretty sure they've heard it. And I'm pretty sure that Ashley definitely is starting to feel a little bit uncomfortable, more than what she's willing to admit. Even when it came down to her even trying to come up with a public statement or a publicist, learning her media presence, learning how to answer media questions, she couldn't even come up with something that sufficed with what the hell type of relationship does Juan and Michael have. Her and Robin are in the same boat. I don't fucking know. Because Michael doesn't want to be anybody, doesn't want to get to know anybody but Juan, and Juan reciprocates that same understanding and that same feeling. He pretty much loves the way that Michael wants to be around him, loves that he wants to hang out with him, and Juan reciprocates the same thing to Michael. Ash was looking like, please don't ask me anymore. I'm pretty sure my husband is damn near bisexual, but I don't want to admit it because I don't want no more coming at me. I think Ashley's at her wit's end. I really, really do. So Candice, she signs her record deal. I have listened to Candice's album. I love it. It's amazing. I've downloaded 3 of her songs. I play them all the time. I'm super proud of Candice. She is super talented. She deserves this. I'm very happy for her. I hope this is real, but I think she's on the verge of getting nominated for a new R&B song or best R&B. Good for you, Candice. I'm super happy for you. Go girl all the way. So obviously this is something that she's been wanting for a long time. Remember singing in a hairbrush, singing Anita Baker, and she's now, her dreams are coming true. I love that. Robin. So of course, she purchased a warehouse space to store her embellished hats, and she's actually happy because she never thought her business would get this far. From her doing it at her house, now she has a whole lot of orders. She can't catch them fast enough to get them out. Now she's in a space. So before they, while they're having a conversation about, I got the warehouse space and now we're building up the new house, there's definitely room for another baby. But before we get into that, I want to be sure there's some understanding. Coming to find out, while Juan wasn't as home as he wasn't even hands-on with the kids. He doesn't even know how to change a diaper. He said, yes, I was. Yes, I was. Okay, but at the same time, I just wanted to be understood that I don't want the same things to happen again. And then Juan gets upset about how this was 13 years ago. Why you keep bringing it up? Because she's about to go through what a lot of women go through. Another body-altering experience by having another kid. Are you kidding me right now? I'm not trying to put her age in the mix, but seriously, like she's about to put her body back into this. She's about to be another. What was it? An igloo. She's about to be another InQ. InQ, I can't find the word, but pretty much a whole entire cocoon to build a baby. She's gonna have to stop what she's doing, stop the momentum of her Bella's hats, kids, house. Like she's gonna literally have to like really be hands-on with everything. And it needs to be understood, Juan. Are you going to be hands-on? Are you going to be here? Will you not cheat on me when it gets hard? Like how it was last time. I'm not even mad at Robin for having this type of conversations. He wants to get upset and takes his mic off and say, I'm not doing this, making me out like a dickhead. She's like, no, I'm not. Why you keep bringing this up? Because I don't even know if you guys have had any full details or full disclosure of had a really deep conversations as to what happened when you guys were married. Like for real, it's really upsetting as to how while he's in his car about to roll off, gives the mic to the producers, he said, Robin, I'm really getting pissed off. She's like, why are you getting upset? Because I'm not that guy anymore. Okay, we could have just said that. You're making it bigger than what it is. And I don't know why you're mad at Robin's concern, because why do you want to have another baby? I feel like you're just now being hands-on with the boys because they're able to do things for themselves. They're able to get up, go to the bathroom, find a way to occupy themselves without having to call mommy and daddy all the time. Now the hard work that Robin has been doing this entire time is done. Now you want to step in and be an all-American dad. Step in and be that best dad in the world. No, it doesn't work like that. You do not come in and be a hands-on parent now that the easy part, now the hard part is done for you. Meaning, waking up every 4 hours to change it, waking up every 4 hours to feed it, entertain it, play with it, all the way down to you're tired, but they're still up. You seriously, like the first 5 years of a kid's life is a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. That's why you be happy while they get older and older and older, where they don't need to call you as much. It's not saying you don't want to be called, and it's not saying you don't like to be in their face, playing with them. They're your kid, but I want to be able to, sit down and watch my soaps, watch my shows, my Murder She Wrote, my Golden Girls, without having to hear my name 5,000 times. Either way, I'm gonna hear it because somebody wants to call mommy, but it's not gonna be as frequent as it was having babies. It's not gonna be like that. Like it was really bullshit to me. Then he wants to say, how is it that we're always talking about what I did wrong, and we're not talking about what Robin did was wrong? What did Robin do was wrong, Juan? What? Besides, take your ass back when you cheated on her. Let your ass back. Still lived with you, or let you back in the house when you had nowhere else to go. Like, I don't understand what else that Robin did what was wrong. But I do want Robin to realize that this is the man you wanted to still keep from time to time. Not even time to time. Because you felt sorry for him that his parents died when he was young, or was it before high school or after high school? You felt sorry for him, so you wanted to make sure he still was able to still have a life, have an opportunity to be a success, and you guys got that together, but he took it for granted, and now he's pretty much making you pay by still keeping him around, by still making him giving him 50,000 chances left and right, and it's bullshit to me. I don't like that. And as you know, she's trying to say, listen, this is a conversation that needs to be had. And it does. We're talking about bringing a brand new baby. Brand new baby. Are you serious? And again, why do you want to have a kid so bad? I still don't understand that part. As she's trying to get her point across, but obviously feeling very defeated, he literally like abruptly rolls the window up while her arm is in the window. She's like, what the fuck? Sprees on out. And I know Robin's feelings were definitely hurt. I'm like, damn, Robin, I don't know why you're gonna be with this man. So everybody's getting prepared for the wedding, and it ends with Robin and Giselle on FaceTime. Giselle is Robin's and Juan's extra date, and she said Juan is very angry at me because I told him in order for us to have another baby, we need to have these discussions about, are you going to be hands-on? I need you to be Mr. Mom. He got upset and got irritated. Giselle was like, why? He needs to have these types of conversations. I don't understand that. And that's the thing that I want to understand, Ron. I don't know why I keep saying Ron. Juan. In order for us to get to where you want to get to, we're going to have these tough conversations. Things are not going to always be, I'm not talking about this. I'm not talking about this. Oh, well, you don't want to talk about this? I'm not getting pregnant. Sorry. So, while everybody is approaching the venue, I think Candice arrives first. Candice is looking at the outside like, what the fuck is this? This is not a venue. My wedding was a venue. Okay, Candice. It's all about the appearances so you get to the inside. And obviously, this is COVID. She's not going to have a big-ass grand scheme of things. Something that was small and intimate, just like this. Then the bar was upstairs, and they had to go through almost, 15 flights of stairs? 15 stairs? And they looked scary. Like, I don't know. They were marble stairs, and they were in heels. I got to, pinch my foot in each step. I got these new heels on that would have hurt my feet. While everybody's going up the stairs to get a bar, I was with Mia when she said, I like everything's on the same ground, same floor. Don't have me travel nowhere else. I was with Mia with that. So, right. So while everybody is upstairs drinking, getting ready, while Karen is about to walk out, Ashley walks up the stairs and she's by herself because Michael went to take Dean to a birthday party. She walks upstairs. She sees Miss Dorothy. She says hi to her. Obviously, Candace is over there having a bitch fit. And she literally talks to Chris and say, I'm not giving the ogre any life. I felt like, what was the point of saying that? That was no point. Candace, your mom and Ashley was having a simple conversation, simple hello, simple greeting. But you want to say, I'm not giving the ogre? What was the point of saying that? No point. It's like times I don't mind Candace, and times I feel like the things she say are unnecessary in the moments where nobody said nothing to her. She just has irritation on her face. And I'll be like, it be unnecessary to have these types of comments sometimes. Even your confessional and in the moment. Unnecessary. So Giselle comes in. She asks where Mike was at. I already told you, birthday party. And Ashley said it will be an interesting dynamic for Michael and Chris to come together because Michael is not the type to hold his tongue. He will say what he wants to say, and sometimes it does not go well. So Wendy arrives. Wendy had a problem getting out the car because she had this very gorgeous fuchsia pink dress on with the puff sleeves, but it was so cinched and so tight. She literally was like a stiff person coming out. She couldn't even sit. She looked amazing. She couldn't sit at all. I'm like, oh, Wendy, your girls are sitting there looking pretty. I love it. So while, everybody's taking their seat, Wendy says hi to Robin. Robin, hi, Wendy. She's like, all right, goodbye. And then Candice wanted to check Wendy by saying, did you say hi to Giselle? No, I don't want to do that. Why? You say hi to Robin? Don't do that. He'll tell her to say hi to me. Like, Candice, don't try to, even though this was very small to overlook, but it was like, Candice, why are you trying to get Wendy to say hi to two bitches she don't want to talk to right now? And like Wendy said, I am not trying to give any fever, any light to any one of these two bum birds. I'm here for the Hugers. Let me be in my light, my element, please. I was with Rob. I was with Wendy. Come on, don't give these bum birds no type of energy. None whatsoever. So now Robin wants to hop on the fact that Giselle didn't get a hello from her, and that Giselle says she's seriously insecure. She still has some hurt. She's clearly upset by things that I won't let go. Robin, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Robin, because same time, she said hi to your ass, which she didn't even have to. But yet, since Giselle didn't get the same hi, you want to cop in and say she still won't let the shit go. No, Robin, you won't let the shit go, and no, not Giselle. She already read y'all asses in Williamsburg. I already told y'all asses to leave me alone. I already said what I said, but it's not appeasing to y'all that whatever apology, whatever understanding, whatever statement that you wanted her to bow down and say, okay, we cool. No, she's sticking to her guns and say, listen, you can't be about my marriage. You can't be about my body. You can't be about my behavior. I ain't got time for you hoes. I'm gone. I'm just here to enjoy my time with my husband and this beautiful wedding. Let me have that, please. So then, Juan talks to Giselle and say, oh, I'm sorry about what happened between you and Jamal. Oh, it's cool. So how you been dating? She did not want the camera to see her face, but she hides it with her person and says she has. And she's dating the commentator. He's about 34. But then when the producers wanted to say, can you tell us more about this mystery man? She said, none of your business. I cannot. Oh, why? Because none of your business, Nora. And if you ask me again, it'll be none of your business, which is not fair, Giselle. It's not fair that you want to have every opportunity, every okay sign to talk about someone else's marriage, someone else's turmoils, someone else's situation. When we ask about you, it's none of your business. Probably because you don't have any business to give. I have no idea, Giselle, but it's just like, come on now, we can't throw those stones at glass houses. Like, for real, Giselle. Like, you've never given nothing else about your life that we can really dive deep into, because you keep yourself so guarded, but yet you be open to talk about someone else's shit. What sense does that make? So, Juan is looking for Michael because they were texting last night, and he said he was going to be here. So where he's at, Ashley told him he'll be here. And then it came to the conversation of Chris not wearing his ring around the house, not at all. Maybe because he's a chef, he cooks a lot, so he doesn't want food to get on his ring. But, you know, he don't wear his ring. Ashley said Michael can't wear his ring because he has Duripsies. I think it was Duripsies. Did I write it down? I don't think I write it down, but I had to type it in. I think it's Duripsies, which I actually looked it up. He has like a huge knot on his fourth finger, on his fourth ring. It is like a very tight cord, a tight, wide cord that pretty much has your finger looking like this. So you can't wear a ring. I think you'll tighten it and bust or something. So Giselle was like, girl, I'll make sure Michael wears his ring every day. Child, you couldn't even get Jamal to keep his vow sacred. What you mean you want to keep him on the ring for? Okay. Robin makes a joke that, how long did you wear your ring? About a year? He said, don't do that. Like another hidden tension that he don't like how she's portraying him to not be this stand-up guy that he was. But why you weren't? So why are you mad that she says you didn't wear your ring? Because then he wanted to say, well, basketball, which I can understand, but at least the players put it back on and respected the ring. You didn't. So then Karen before that, we see a sneak peek with Macy Gray. Karen met Macy Gray a few years ago when her daughter was in the studio trying to sing, and she sings her song for the entertainment. And Karen steps out. Her dress is beautiful. Her makeup's beautiful. And she walks up them steps. I was afraid of her getting up them damn stairs. And both Ray and Karen have talked about their vows, said how much they love each other, and never thought they would make it to this day, never thought they would reach 25 years, because it flashes back to the taxes, all the rumors, everything that happened. Never thought they would make it here, but they made it. Let that be a lesson to Giselle and Robin. Keep on plugging that in. So Michael finally arrives. He's sitting down trying to eat. It's really awkward because they sat Michael, Ashley, Candice, and Chris all within the same table, side by side. So while that happens, Juan starts off and say, let's squash this shit, right? Okay, so he said, all right, we'll squash this shit. Because Giselle says, me and Michael have gone toe-to-toe before. We were able to, get it clear, resolved, and we ain't got no more animosity. Michael said, you're an intelligent person. I can easily have an instant conversation with you, and whatever happens, whatever our issues, we can resolve them. She says, great. So Chris turns to Michael and say, okay, I'm going to say what I got to say, and I'm going to let you finish. I did not like the way you came at me. You came at me disrespectful, coming towards my wife. I understand if you have an issue with her, but the way you did it to me was wrong. Michael, he felt like it was backhanded because he said, are you trying to tell me you're apologizing? But I feel like you're trying to tell me to apologize, but you're not apologizing to me. Well, that's a backdoor way to do it. I was confused as to where it was going. And Juan got up to make sure he could hear everything so he could, mediate everything. And while he's trying to say, listen, I understand what you're saying, but I just want to, it was all of that. And then Candice said, this is the whitest privilege. I got to get up. This is the whitest privilege ever. And everybody was like, what? Huh? I got the what? The whitest privilege ever. Michael said, how far can this woman go? Now listen, I am not mad I'm not mad at all for what Candice said, because what Candice said was right. Michael does have white privilege because he's been able to be around everybody, camera crew, lighting, everybody, without any sense of warning, any sense of, a scare that if you do this again, we would definitely sue your ass and ban your ass from being around us. That y'all literally gave his ass a pad, a slap on the wrist, to still be a predator, still grab people, still be an asshole, an elitist. Like, y'all still give him passes, which is not fucking fair. But why, Andy? Tell me why. I would love to know why. So, because Robin wants to clock in and say, Michael, you can't act as if you didn't do nothing wrong, because you did last season. When Candice was yelling, Michael, his drunken self, wanted to walk up to Chris and tell him to control his wife, which is what he should not have done. It was a different way for him to do that, but since he wanted to be aggressive and tell him to check his wife, and Chris said, get out of my face, I don't want to talk to you, he still wanted to be aggressive and start to push Chris beyond his limits, which is why Chris was like, get the fuck out of my face. What are you talking about? What's up? So that's when the whole you touching me thing, and yeah, Michael missed me with what you're trying to not say. You're trying not to take accountability because you definitely need to. And then it kind of died down with, he said, listen, I just want us to end it because I don't want to have a problem with you. I really don't. And then Michael said, you know what? I don't necessarily have a problem with you. It's just I don't like you talking about my wife. But it goes vice versa, Michael. You talk about them like a dog, which is not really your place, which is not cool to do, because they haven't done nothing to you. Not into that extreme for you to just look at them like the scum of the earth. Like, what is happening right here? So they both shook hands and say, we'll move on. That was cool. And then, who said hugs? Was that Giselle that asked for a hug? And Michael said, no hug. Here go Juan. Can I get a hug? Of course you can get a hug. Hug. All he wanted was a hug. That's all he wanted. So, right then and there, obviously everybody has done eating. They've had their, dancing on the dance floor. Chris is talking to Candice in the corner, and she says, are you mad at me? Chris felt like maybe you saying that white privilege was not the right time to say it. I understand how you feel, but you don't have to express yourself at that moment. But Candice was saying, listen, that motherfucker wants you to bow down to him, and I'm not going to do that. Which I can understand. I can. And Chris said, yeah, I get that. But then she says, listen, you better shut the fuck up and stop talking to me like that. Don't talk me crazy. That's it. So they walk away. He said, fuck my life. I was like, Candice, I understand your frustration with Michael. And I understand when it comes down to literally looking at somebody who doesn't want to take accountability when we know for a fact we got camera footage of you doing everything wrong. I can understand that. But really, you need to have a way to communicate with your husband how you're feeling, because I am liable to do the same thing. I am very liable and very capable and have been lashing out at my husband when things have not gone right, things have not gone wrong, and I lash it out at him and my kids, and it is not cool, it is not funny. It's like, damn, I definitely need to get control of my emotions so I can articulate my feelings better without letting what I don't like take me out of my character and I lash on someone else that I love, which is what I want you to do, Candice. I understand how you felt in that moment, but maybe try to come away to count to 10 and ease yourself by having at least a civil conversation with your husband and not yelling at him and cussing at him as you just did, because Chris was trying to get you to calm down and see the other side, even though it had to be explained to Michael more than once on what he did for him to get it, but it's still be able to still be patient with someone. Otherwise, you ain't got to worry about being around him again. Maybe Christian never did that, but I guess he's just kind of like tired of this beef, as he's been saying this entire time. He's tired of it. So while that happened, Juan is getting ready to leave and go to work. I don't know why. What type of game could you be coaching right now? What type of practice? What time is it? I think it was coincident that Michael couldn't stay as long as it did, I guess. But he left Robin like that, got an Uber. Robin's face looked defeated, like, damn. I said it while I was watching this. The reason why he kept on asking where Michael was, because he wanted to stay just as long so he can see him, eat with him, and be able to, squash this thing with Chris. He only came for Michael. He didn't come for you, Robin. He came for Michael. And now that was, the end of the season. That is it. No more Real Housewives of Potomac. I now found out that it is a 4-part reunion. I don't know why. The season was good, but I felt like all the things that have happened don't need to be 4 parts. But I think it's just considering all of the sneak peeks and the trailers that they put out, all of the little tidbits, made the season probably bigger than what it was. So just little updates with everybody. Ashley wants to have baby number 3. I don't think she does. Mia and her mother wants to continue their relationship. Good luck. Start small, start slow. They're going to build a house, and her mom will have her own suite. Giselle is no longer dating her mystery man, and she's still a work in progress for being emotionally available. Wendy's loving her new body and her tweaks, working on a memoir. Her candle line is a success. It is out there, and she will not be limited to one wick. Candice has released her full-length album, which has been a very good success, a very beautiful and great success for her. Chris is still her husbander, and now Chris and Mama Dot don't speak as much. I can expect that. Robin and Juan moving to their new home where there is enough for another baby. And, but Michael, oh yes, they have not set a wedding date, but Michael has several leads on a bachelor party venue. I bet he do. Karen is in her newlywed phase and taking her ambassador role seriously, and did a redo video for Surrey County in Surrey. Oh yeah, one more thing about Ashley. So after, I don't believe she wants to have another baby. I don't. She's not full on board with Michael's movie making business. And yeah, that was it. But that's it, y'all. Ending of the season is over. So happy. But y'all gonna really take us all through November with this reunion. I mean, we just literally went through October with the Beverly Hills reunion. Now we got the entire month of Potomac. Y'all, that's it. I ain't got no more. Please stay tuned for the next video, and I'm gonna see you guys later. Bye.